I'm so bad at these kind of things. I always forget to take note of who's with me, who is missing. I always forget the streaming. Ah, he's going to kill me. Anyway, so yes, we are on streaming now. Good. So do you want to start with the reported speech? Reported speech is very easy, very, very easy. So we can do it in half an hour. Okay, so when we report something which we have heard, it means that we have heard it in the past. Okay, so when we report it usually, not always, but usually in the past. If the person said something in the present, for example, I always eat an apple for breakfast, the reported speech becomes something like, he told me he always ate an apple for breakfast. Okay, because it's, I don't know why this keyboard sometimes types capital letters. Always, it's not a capital letter. I don't know why. Anyway, so he told me he always ate an apple for breakfast. Okay? If he's saying, I'm eating an apple now, he told me he was eating an apple at that moment or then. Of course, now becomes then or at that moment. Ok, quindi, ecco, ho sbagliato a scrivere eating. Birba, per favore, piantala. My dog is trying to, yes, because she actually, it's a she dog. She can hear somebody in the staircase and, you know, kinds of try to attract my attention. Anyway, so eating, ho sbagliato a scrivere eating. So I'm eating an apple now. He told me he was eating an apple. He told me he was eating an apple. Okay.
But instead of now, what can you say?
Instead of now becomes then or at the moment, at that moment, better, you know. Instead of now, he was eating an apple then. He was eating an apple at that moment. Okay.
How about
again, yeah.
How about the future?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Yes, we'll come to that. So, right. So, if he's using a present perfect, I've been eating apples all my life. He told me he, passato di have, had been eating apples, blah, 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 all his life. Okay? So all the present tenses become past tenses. What if there is already a past tense? I ate an apple this morning. I ate an apple. Do you know why? Do you know what? I don't even like apples. I don't know why I'm making this stupid example. I don't even like apples. Anyway, I ate an apple this morning. He told me, come diventa? Diventa quello che noi chiameremo un trapassato. Past perfect. He had eaten an apple. He told me he had eaten an apple that morning. that morning. Ovviamente non può diventare this morning, that morning. E se è già un past perfect, I had eaten an apple. I had, I don't know, just eaten an apple. I had just eaten an apple when she came. He told me. Più passato di così non si può, e quindi cosa succede? Rimane così. He had just eaten an apple when she came. Rimane esattamente così, perché non si può più passato di così, capito? Ok, quindi presente diventa passato, present continuous diventa past continuous, present perfect, past perfect. Il passato, hi Tiziana, il passato diventa tra quello che noi chiameremo trapassato, past perfect, e il past perfect rimane past perfect perché non si può fare altro, ok? Però, modal verbs, must ovviamente al passato diventa had to, can ovviamente diventa could, shall ovviamente diventa should, will ovviamente diventa would, cos'altro c'è? I don't know. Beh, ok? Ma questi li sappiamo. Quindi, come facciamo col futuro? Ta-da! How do we make future? There are many different future tenses in English. There's the present continuous, which can work as a future. I'm going on a holiday next month. It's something I have already decided to do already. I have already booked the hotel, bought the ticket, plane ticket, whatever, okay? So, okay. I'm going on holiday next month. He told me he was going on holiday. Ok, il passato viene sempre tradotto come, il presente viene sempre tradotto come passato, anche se ha un senso futuro. He told me he was going to on holiday the following month. Non si può dire next month. The following month, ovviamente diventa the following month. O the month after, ma meglio the following month. Poi altro futuro con will e shall diventano would e should. I'll go on holiday. I don't know, maybe I'll go on holiday, he said. He told me that maybe he would go on holiday. He told me that maybe he would go on holiday. Will al passato fa would. Okay? I can go on holiday. He told me he could go on holiday.
Maria Pia, excuse me, because I think I remember this. It would go, and you always say would go, because in Italian we say we would have gone. Isn't it isn't it?
Allora, if he said I would go on holiday, you can report he told me he would have gone on holiday. Okay, he says I would go on holiday. He told me that he would have gone on holiday. Ok, se lui ti dice I would go on holiday, allora sì, he told me he would have gone on holiday. perché devi fare il passato. Il passato di would non c'è e quindi fai il passato di go, have gone.
Okay, I think this is the only difference from English to Italian, because the other sentences, they were the same. It seems
More or
to me
less, yes.
that they were the same. This one is different because in Italian we always use the condizionale
Che sarebbe
passato.
andato. Esatto. Andrei in vacanza, mi ha detto che sarebbe andato.
To make a
Giusto.
future, if we start from a past. Disse,
Esatto.
sarebbe andato. We always use the
Siccome il passato di would non c'è, would è già il passato, non si può fare un altro passato di would, allora fai il passato dell'altro verbo. Would go diventa would have gone.
But only if we have would in the
con reported speech, sì. Se tu hai would, la frase, lui ti dice I would like to go on holiday, e tu devi fare il reported speech, il discorso indiretto, he told me he would have liked to go on holiday.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problems. Thanks to you, thanks to you. Quindi praticamente si passa dal verbo iniziale al passato dello stesso verbo. Se il verbo è già il passato, past perfect, have, had più participio passato. Se è già al past perfect, rimane così. Ok? E però può succedere, it might happen, that the action is still going on. Ah, would have liked, le sarebbe piaciuto? Sì, le sarebbe piaciuto. Cioè lei dice, allora la frase di partenza è lei o lui che dice I would like to go on holiday. I would like to go on holiday. He or she, che quel che volete, he told me he would have liked to go on holiday. Mi ha detto che gli sarebbe piaciuto, he would have liked to go on holiday. Okay? Did I make myself clear? Ah, okay, right. Yes, però vi dicevo, it might happen that there's an action which is still happening. So you don't have to put it in the past because it's still happening. For example, I don't know, Caroline is my daughter. What are you doing? I'm eating. What did she say? She said she's eating. Because if you say she said, she told me she was eating, it means she has finished eating. But she's still eating. Okay, so Caroline, what are you doing? I'm eating. What did she say? She said she is eating. In questo caso rimane al presente perché la frase sta ancora, l'azione sta ancora avvenendo, ok?
Sorry.
For example, stavo no problems. I
was asking for the reported speech, but my head teacher was calling me because we had an emergency at school. So tomorrow someone is, you know,
oh no.
Yes, it's in quarantine again, so it's a mess. We have a lot of
something serious
in preventiva.
Yes, in advance. In advance. Yes, to be on the safe side, to make sure it doesn't happen anymore, to be on the safe side, to be on the safe side, per andare sul sicuro, yes, in advance. Yeah, preventiva in advance. Yes. For example, what are you doing, Nicoletta? What are you doing, Nicoletta?
I'm listening to you and I'm texting with well, sending any.
Yes. So, I'm listening to you, dice Nicoletta. But I couldn't hear her. What did she say?
She said she's listening.
Exactly. She said she's listening.
I was listening.
Yeah, don't worry. Yes, she said she's listening because she's doing that in this moment, okay? It's not something in the past. So normally 90%, maybe 95% of times, it's something you report something that you have heard in the past. And so you move from the present to the past, from the past to the past perfect, from the past perfect to the past perfect. But it might happen that you have to report something which is still taking place in action now. So in this case, you keep the present. Okay.
Well, but it's only in context or in a dialogue,
yes,
for
yes,
example.
Yes, of course.
In a dialogue,
yes, in the dialogue, you know what you. I'm sure it comes out. How
well,
can
naturally,
I say? Natural, yes, naturally. But since I was making an explanation, okay, so I had prepared a couple of things which could be useful. No, these were about the proverbs. So, report speech, chart. Okay, let's look at the chart. I can't remember what was in the chart, but okay, yes, that's the tense chart. Present simple becomes past simple. I work in Paris. He said he worked in Paris. But let's imagine he's still working in Paris. He said he works in Paris. Okay. Present continuous become a past continuous. I am working. He said he was working. Past simple becomes past perfect. I worked. He said he had worked. Past continuous, past perfect continuous. I was working. He said he had been working. Present perfect, past perfect. I had worked. He said he had worked. Present perfect continuous. I have been working. He said he had been working. Quelli che sono già al past perfect e al past perfect continuous rimangono così. Because there isn't a further past, non c'è un ulteriore passato e quindi rimangono così. Ok, qui non c'è il futuro in effetti. Il futuro, se è fatto con il present continuous, I am doing something, diventa he said he was doing something. Or I'm going to do something, he said he was going to do something. Se è fatto col will o col shall, will e shall diventano would. I will go, he said he would go. Ok? Yes. E il condizionale, I would go, he said he would have gone. Sì, questo chart non è molto completo, comunque noi invece l'abbiamo visto tutto. Ah no, ecco qua, c'è sotto will che diventa would, I will work, he said he would work, can che diventa could, I can sing, he said he could sing, must che viene sostituito con had to, I must work, he said he had to work, may con might, ecco cosa mi mancava, may e might, may I help you? He asked if he might help me. Shall con should, what shall I do? He asked what he should do. And then, of course, the time references change. Now becomes then, or at that moment. Today becomes that day. I'm going to school today. He told me he was going to school that day. Here becomes there, because it's like you're looking at something from far away, you know, in the past. I'll be, I don't know. I can't imagine a sentence with here. Where are you? I'm here. He told me he was there. Okay. This becomes that. This week, that week. Tomorrow, the following day or the next day. Next week, the following week or the next week. Yesterday, the previous day or the day before. Ago, previously or before. 2 days ago, 2 days previously or 2 days before, meglio 2 days before. Tonight, that night, e così via, insomma. Ok? Ah, giusto. Quando è che si usa tell, say e ask? Beh, ask con le domande. Say e tell are more or less the same. But if you say something short and without saying who to, you normally use say. For example, se dite qualcosa di breve e senza dire, specificare a chi lo dite, si usa di solito say. Goodbye. What did he say? He said goodbye. Non si dice he told us goodbye, no, perché è troppo breve, ok? Ma se invece dovete specificare, but if you have to specify who he was or she, whatever, was talking to, in this case, you can use both, but it's better to use tell, okay? What did he tell you? He told us that, blah, 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 blah. You can say, he said to us, and not said us. Say to someone, tell someone, okay? But it doesn't sound very nice. He told us that. Ok, quindi quando c'è la persona a cui si parla si tende a usare tell. Quando invece la frase è molto breve e non c'è la persona a cui si parla, si tende a usare say. Infatti prima che non ho detto a chi lui diceva le cose, continuava a dire he said that bla bla bla. Ma se invece dovevo dire lui mi ha detto, he told me that. He told me that he ate an apple every morning. He told me he had been eating apples all his life. He told me he blah blah blah. Ok? Quindi per le cose molto brevi, per esempio saluti così via, si usa say. Per le frasi più lunghe si tende a usare tell. In ogni caso, tell si tende sempre a usare quando si vuole specificare a chi è stata detta la cosa, perché say bisognerebbe dire said to me, said to us, e sai che loro tagliano, said to è troppo lungo. E se invece non si specifica a chi si parla, si tende a usare say. Ask vuol chiedere. Yes, sure.
In that case, you said before goodbye. If you want to say something really short, but with the person, would it be better to say?
Yes, no, he told us goodbye. He told us
goodbye, or he said goodbye to us.
Tutte e due vanno bene. He said goodbye to us and went away. Okay. He told us goodbye and went away. Both are. Sì, in realtà sono abbastanza intercambiabili, ecco. Però generalmente quando la cosa è molto breve si usa say, o good night, or hello. He said hello and smiled, ok? Invece quando la cosa è un po' più lunga, perché tell ha più senso di raccontare e quindi si usa per le cose un po' più lunghe, capito? Va bene, allora, I had prepared some exercises Ta-da! Reported speech exercises, which we can do together. Ta-da!
Are you sending us the chart, Maria Pia?
Sorry?
Are you?
Yes, if you want to. Do you want to do it by yourselves? Okay, I can send you.
Yes. No, I said the chart.
The chart. Yes, I will send it to you. Yes.
Okay,
It's not complete, but I will send it to you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Now, I was thinking about this exercise. Do you want to do it yourselves, or do you want to do it all together?
All together.
Because there is the possibility to have the results. So you might want to do it by yourselves. Together.
Together is better.
Okay, together is better. He works in a bank. She said.
He worked in a bank.
He worked in a bank. But it can be that he's still working in a bank. So if you want to say that, he said he works in a bank, poteva andare bene. Dipende da che contesto è la frase. Se volete dire, lei mi ha detto che lui lavorava in banca, va bene al passato. Lei mi ha detto che lui lavora perché sta ancora lavorando in banca, va bene il presente. Però diciamo, he works in a bank. We went out last night. She told me
that we had gone out the previous night, the night before.
Yes, the night before or the previous night. Beh, lasciamo così, perché forse se batto le due frasi non me l'accetta magari. They had gone out the night before or the previous night. I'm coming, she said.
He was coming.
He was coming.
He was coming. Right. I was waiting for the bus when he arrived. She told me.
Had been waiting for the bus when she had arrived.
Had been waiting.
Yes, she had been waiting for the bus when he had arrived. She told me she had been waiting for the bus when he had arrived. Però loro a volte sì. Allora, diciamo che esatto, che grammaticalmente sarebbe così, dopo loro tagliano. When he arrived va bene anche, però vabbè.
Sì, perché c'è when, giusto? O no? Boh, non so, mi viene così.
Ma no, ma when è per il futuro che si usa il presente. She had been waiting for the bus when he arrived, when he had arrived. In realtà tutte e due vanno bene. Boh, lasciamo arrived, vediamo come ce lo corregge.
No, era così. Disse che stava aspettando l'autobus.
Ma se traducete in italiano dovrebbe essere he had arrived. Però loro poi parlando semplificano, non fanno tutti sti casini quei verbi, semplificano. Anche tante volte quando dovrebbe essere would have gone, loro usano would, perché have gone, would go, perché have gone è troppo complicato. Vabbè, comunque lasciamo così. I've never been there before. She said she...
had never been. Così.
È già il passato.
Così non può andare indietro, giusto?
She had never been there before. Okay, who was that beautiful woman? She asked me who that beautiful woman was.
No where.
Allora, perché qui non diventa had? Who was the beautiful woman? She asked me who that beautiful woman was. Vabbè, who that beautiful woman was, perché non è più una domanda e di conseguenza il soggetto torna davanti. Mi stavo chiedendo perché ho messo was e non had been.
Uno che lavora. Ah no, mica me faccio tutto.
Perché no.
Hey, welcome! We're talking about reported speech. Vabbè, lasciamolo lì, vediamo se ce lo dà giusto. What are you going to do at the weekend? She asked me what
You were going to do.
I was going to do at the weekend. Poi, what are you doing? Sorry, what were you doing when I saw you? She asked me what
Been doing.
what I was doing when she saw me. She asked me what I had been doing. Allora, grammaticalmente were you doing dovrebbe essere tradotto con I had been doing, però parlando nessuno direbbe così, loro semplificano. Non lo so, perché grammaticamente questo were dovrebbe diventare I had been doing. Però parlando nessuno direbbe così, ve lo dico subito. She asked me what I had been doing when she saw me. She asked me what I was doing. Vabbè, però lasciamolo così. Vediamo poi se ci danno i risultati, cosa dicono.
These exercises were together with the chart you showed before?
No, I found them
okay.
looking for something at random on the internet.
Okay, they are not related to the chart.
No, they're not related, no. How often do you go to the cinema? She asked me how often. Vedi, io qua direi I used to go to the cinema. Allora, perché in base alla grammatica che abbiamo fatto prima avrebbe dovuto essere how often I went to the cinema. Però per dare senso di continuità nel passato, io direi I used to go to the cinema. Parlando un po' più così. Ma boh, andiamo avanti, vediamo cosa ci correggono, vediamo cosa ci dicono.
And what about, what about how many times I went to the cinema?
Sì, but it doesn't make much difference. How often is more used than how many times? How often I went to the cinema? How often I used to go to the cinema? Well, how many times I went to the cinema? How many times I used to go to the cinema?
About how many times? Would it be used if you say, for example, how many times in a week, in a month, something like that?
Yes, usually, yes. You use how many times if you say in a week, in a month, in a year, or you can still use how often, but it's also common to say how many times if you specify a certain period or with a certain person, if you make it specify it more. Did he arrive on time? She asked me if he had arrived on time. Siete d'accordo?
Certo.
Perché did he arrive è il passato, if he had arrived on time. Okay, rewrite these negative sentences as reported speech to complete the sentence. He doesn't work in a bank. She said he didn't work in a bank. Okay. We didn't go out last night. She told me they hadn't gone out the previous night. Siete d'accordo? Io aspettavo i vostri suggerimenti. I'm not coming, she said.
She wasn't coming.
She wasn't coming.
Wasn't coming, bravissimo. She wasn't coming. I wasn't waiting for the bus when he arrived. She told me.
He hadn't been waiting.
Anche qui.
Hadn't been waiting for the bus when he had arrived.
For the bus.
I would have arrived without, not had arrived. I don't know.
Vediamo, aspettiamo loro, vediamo cosa ci dicono, dai. I'd never been there before. She said she had.
Never. The same.
Va bene, vediamo cosa ci dicono. Oh, ma ce n'è ancora qui, che lunga sta storia.
Okay,
allora, read these comments and requests. Okay, please help me carry this. She asked me
to
help
her.
him carry that.
Yes. To help her to carry that. O anche carry senza to. To help her carry that. Anche senza to.
I also know that when you don't know if you have to use a him or her, you can use they. She asked me to have
yes. That's very common.
Yes.
Carry that. Very common. When we have in Italian, we tend to use the male as a gender. For example, I bambini al plurale maschile. When you want to say, okay, children, but then you can say they, or even if you say a boy or a girl, might they. Yes, if you don't want to specify if it's a boy or a girl, a female or a male, because maybe you don't know, maybe because it's not important, because it's a general talk. In this case, they can be substituted with they, even if it's a singular, but you use they. Yes. Please come early. She asked me to
come.
See, to come or to go there
Early.
Please buy some milk. She asked me
To buy some milk.
Buy some milk. Could you please open the window? She
asked me if I could open the window. If I could.
Yes, anche qua io parlando, she asked me to open the window.
Ah, ok, yeah.
Però se volete invece fare tutto la bella frase, she asked me if I could open the window. Vabbè, facciamo così. If I could open the window. Could you bring the book tonight? She
asked me to bring the book that night.
Sì, anche qua io direi to bring the book tonight, però poteva essere, se volete fare proprio la frase perfetta, nel senso trasformare quella frase là, she asked me if I could bring the book that night. Non lo so come ce lo valuteranno, vediamo cosa ci valutano questa roba.
Tonight becomes that night.
Yes, yes. Unless it's still tonight, a meno che non sia ancora stasera, ma allora ce l'ha data sbagliata, però vediamo, io quanti errori che ho fatto. Allora, she told me, come si fa a vedere la correzione? Vediamo se ci dà la correzione. No. Allora, sì, ve l'ho detto, semplificano. I was waiting for the bus when he arrived. She told me she was waiting for the bus when he arrived. Sì. Sì, loro semplificano, non fanno una frase così complicata. Had been waiting for the bus when he had arrived. Non direbbero mai una roba così complicata. Quindi, she told me she was waiting for the bus when he arrived. Rimane così. Ma me l'immaginavo però grammaticalmente. What were you doing when I saw you? She asked me. È uguale. What I was doing when she saw me. Uguale. How often do you go to the cinema? She asked me. How often? Qua probabilmente metteva I went to the cinema. Probabilmente. Però io l'ho vista come una cosa abitudinaria nel passato e mi pareva più giusto I used to go. He doesn't work in a bank, she said. He did. Perché questa è sbagliata? He doesn't work in a bank. She said. Questa non l'ho capita perché è sbagliata però. She said he didn't work in a bank. Any idea why this is wrong? Avete idea di perché questo sia sbagliato? No, le altre sì, ve l'ho detto subito, io non direi mai così, però grammaticalmente facciamola così, ha ragione lui. Ma qui non capisco perché è sbagliata però. Boh. We didn't go out last night.
Maybe he wasn't working, I don't know.
Perché forse non lavora neanche adesso, ancora adesso non lavora, forse.
Ah, ok, she said he doesn't work in a bank perché non lavora anche adesso. Può darsi che il senso fosse he doesn't work in a bank, non lavora in una banca, mi ha detto che non lavora in una banca neanche adesso. Quindi she said he doesn't work in a bank, rimane così. Era il caso che vi dicevo prima, quando l'azione sta ancora avvenendo, si tiene il presente. Sì, può darsi, fosse così. We didn't go out last night. She told me they hadn't gone out the previous night. E questo invece perché è sbagliata. We didn't go out last night. She told me they hadn't gone out.
Questa sembrerebbe giusta però.
Come?
Questa sembrerebbe giusta, loro te la danno sbagliata, però...
Infatti.
Qui hadn't gone.
Non capisco. Boh. Questo veramente non lo capisco. Boh. Come si fa a sapere la correzione? Vabbè. I wasn't waiting for the bus when he arrived. E she told me she wasn't waiting for the bus when he arrived. Sì, non starebbero a fare una frase così complicata, anche se grammaticalmente dovrebbe essere così, ma loro semplificano. E qua sono d'accordo. Questa non ho capito. Questa lui dava per scontato che stesse ancora lavorando, quindi she said he doesn't work in a bank. E queste qui, come vi dicevo, e qui, please come early. She asked me, probabilmente era to come early, sì. Là dipende come uno si immagina la scena, capito? Could you please open the window? She asked me to open the window. Could you bring the book tonight? She asked me. Però qui invece...
Bring the book that night.
Ah, that night,
night,
giusto, that
yes.
night, è questo che è sbagliato. Vediamo se... Come si fa a sapere le risposte usate? Io voglio sapere le risposte usate.
Sometimes you can write again, try again.
Ok, per esempio, I wasn't, she said, she told me, no, non mi fa scrivere.
Pierre, scroll down, maybe there's a...
Yes, but...
Because there were two options, see answers or send. Perhaps only if you send it, I don't know. If you had sent it.
Yeah, yes, I should have sent it, probably. No, these are different worksheets, exercises. Let's see the grammar notes.
Maria Pia, sorry, how can you say se l'avessi spedita.
If I had sent it,
So it was
if I had sent it.
Okay, because I said that, but I wasn't
probably...
sure. I said that if you had sent, but then I thought not.
Wait a second, wait. Oh no, I have to log in. Vabbè. Okay, I'm going to send this to you so you can try it yourselves, and maybe next time you can tell me.
Yes, I remember that with the indirect or reported speech, when you use the negative form, it's better not to use the contract form, but not to.
Dice che è un problema di contrazioni.
Sometimes.
Not been waiting.
Yeah, apart from the verb to be, with all the other verbs, it's better to split,
use the full form.
The full form.
I don't know.
It's just something.
Anyway, I'm sending you the link. You try to solve it, and then you give me the results next time. I'm very curious. I know about these ones. I told you first that I would never say such a complicated things and so on. But I don't know about this one. Okay, to come early, vabbè. I couldn't understand this one. Oh no, open the window. No, which one was it? Anyway, there are a couple I didn't understand. So I'm really looking forward to your reports. Okay, anyway, basically the reported speech, I'm so bad, is, these are about proverbs. Basically, the reported speech is like this. From present, you move to past, and so on. I'm going to send you this chart.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, would you like to move to the German course? Okay. Would you like to move to the proverbs and idioms?
Why not? Yes.
Okay, have a look at this. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Meglio un uovo oggi che una gallina domani. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Un amico nel momento del bisogno è un vero amico. A full purse never lacked friends. Un portafoglio pieno non gli sono mai mancati amici.
No, but not real friends.
Not real friends, I know.
Not authentic friends.
Right. A leopard cannot change its spots. Un leopardo non può cambiare le sue macchie. Quello che noi diremmo il lupo perde il pelo ma non il vizio. A smooth sea never made a skillful sailor. Nel senso, se non ci sono mai difficoltà da superare, non imparerai mai a superare le difficoltà. An inch of error is a mile of error. Che sia un errore piccolo, che sia un errore grande, un errore è un errore. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, e vabbè. Better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all. Children, fools, and drunkards tell the truth. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Non contate i pulcini prima che siano stati covati. Noi diremmo non dire gatto se non è nel sacco, oppure non vedere la pelle dell'orso prima di averlo preso. Early go to bed and early to rise make a man healthy, wealthy and wise. Però vi ricordo che c'è anche un altro detto che continua e dice early to rise and early to bed makes men healthy but socially dead. Give somebody an inch and they'll take a yard. Great boast, small roast. Tanta cagnara e poco arrosto. He that lives on hope has a slim diet. Ha una dieta molto magra chi vive di speranza.
Here we have a different sentence, more, I don't know, volgare, how do you say, more?
Sì, ma perché cosa diresti tu?
The other version.
Not polite, not polite.
Not polite.
Unpolite.
It's a rhyme with the cantando, but it's a different.
Buone cagando, in questo senso.
It's a paronomasia, almost
Pensavo alla
similar.
parte inglese, non mi veniva. Ok. Ignorance is bliss, sometimes, beati gli ignoranti a volte. It takes two to make a quarrel. Bisogna essere in due per litigare. Love makes the world go round, e vabbè. Love will find a way. Make hay while the sun shines. Noi diremo battere il ferro finché è caldo, loro dicono fare il fieno finché splende il sole, perché quando piove non si può più fare il fieno. Words hurt more than swords. Le parole feriscono più delle spade, oppure c'è un'altra versione che dice pen, non hearts, pen, forse kills, I don't know. Pen kills more than swords. Comunque è sempre la stessa roba. One may think that dares not speak. Uno può pensare quello che non osa dire a voce, però si può sempre pensare. Practice makes perfect. Praise a fair day at night. Loda una giornata come bella alla sera, aspetta che sia sera prima di dire che è andato tutto bene. Some are wise and some are otherwise. Alcuni sono saggi, altri sono tutt'altro. The darkest hour is that before dawn. L'ora più buia è quella che precede l'alba. È la serie, quando proprio siamo a terra non ci si può che risalire. Non si può che risalire. Time and tide wait for no man. Il tempo e la marea non aspettano nessuno. Noi diremmo il sol magna le ore. Time is money. To be between the devil and the deep sea. Noi diremmo essere tra l'incudine e il martello. Oppure in Veneto essere tra Marco e Todaro. A Venezia, in St. Mark's Square, there are two columns, one with the symbol of St. Mark and the other with the symbol of St. Theodoric. And in between those columns, they hanged the people. So being between Mark and Theodoric wasn't being in a very good position. Anyway, they say to be between the devil and the deep blue sea, or the deep sea. Well begun is half done. Tomorrow, questi non li ho tradotti perché ho detto, ma dai, sono così ovvi. Tomorrow is another day. Boys will be boys. Nel senso, se uno è così, c'è niente da fare. Easy come, easy go. Never too old to learn. Slow but sure. One step at a time. Eat to live, not live to eat. There's no place like home. Any port in a storm. Any port in a storm. When you are in a storm, any port is okay. Quindi quando sei nella tempesta va bene, qualunque soluzione ti va bene. Questa è l'idea. Any port in a storm. History repeats itself. The more you get, the more you want. questa è un po' biblica. Many are called, but few are chosen. The tree is known by its fruits. The company makes the feast. A fool and his money are soon parted. Uno sciocco e i suoi soldi si separano presto, nel senso che uno sciocco perde subito tutti i suoi soldi. All that glitters is not gold. He who plays the piper calls the tune. Chi ha il flauto in mano dà il tempo, dà il tempo. From the sublime to the ridiculous is only a step. United we stand, divided we fall. Don't throw the baby out with the bath of water. Ok. Poi ci sono there are some proverbs that have got an addition which revolves them completely, their meaning completely. For example, birds of a feather flock together is a very common proverb, which means, sì, Dio li fa e poi li accoppia, dimmi con chi vai, ti dirò chi sei, ovvero gli uccelli dello stesso tipo di piume volano insieme, ok? Ma spesso, until the cat comes, finché arriva il gatto, poi vedi che un va di qua e un va di là. Queste amicizie durano finché arriva il gatto, questa è l'idea. Jack of all trades, master of none, anche questo è un proverbio comunissimo, chi sa far tutto non sa far bene niente, però spesso aggiungono but still better than master of none, of one, sorry. Ma è sempre meglio che avere solo una conoscenza. The early bird gets the worm, anche questo è un proverbio comunissimo, chi primo arriva meglio alloggia, primo mangia. But the second mouse gets the cheese, ma è il secondo topo quello che prende il formaggio perché il primo si fa beccare nella trappola. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Blood is thicker than water, il sangue non è acqua, il sangue è più fisso dell'acqua, però spesso si sente aggiungere the blood of the covenants is thicker than the water of the womb. Ma il sangue dei commilitoni, degli amici, diciamo, è più fisso dell'acqua del grembo. Great minds think alike, le grandi menti si capiscono, and fools really differ, e anche i matti raramente si differenziano. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it burnt in one. Ok, questa parte in viola sono i proverbi, sono veramente comunissimi questi proverbi. Però io spesso ho sentito anche l'aggiunta, per cui ve l'ho messa anch'io l'aggiunta in rosa. Poi ci sono le metaphors. The metaphors sono l'insieme di due proverbi. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. È l'insieme di we'll cross that bridge when we get to it e don't burn your bridges. Attraverseremo quel ponte quando ci arriveremo e non bruciarti tutti i ponti alle spalle. E questo insieme ha fatto diventare we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Quando arriveremo lì lo bruceremo, faremo un casino. Ok? When we get to it, we'll make a mess. We won't have a way out, but we'll face it when we get there. No, non ce la faremo, però ci penseremo quando arriveremo là. Quando arriveremo lì non ce la faremo comunque, però ci penseremo, questa è l'idea. We could stand up here and talk until the cows turn blue. È l'insieme di due proverbi. We could stand here and talk till the cows come home, che è il proverbio originale. Potremmo stare qua a parlare finché arriva sera, finché le mucche tornano a casa. Oppure finché diventiamo blu in faccia a forza di parlare. We could stand here and talk till we turn blue in the face. Quindi potremmo stare qui a parlare per ore e ore e ore e ore. E questo proverbio è diventato we could stand here and talk until the cows turn blue. Potremmo stare qui a parlare finché le mucche diventeranno blu, ovvero per sempre. Mentre qui vuol dire per ore e ore e ore, per ore e ore e ore, qua vuol dire per sempre, non arriveremo mai a una soluzione.
I thought that someone turns blue because of the cold weather. You know, if you stay
Sometimes
there
it's because
until
of
the night.
Yes, but also sometimes when you talk too much, you turn blue from the effort, you know?
Yeah, because of the effort, yeah.
Yes. The road to hell wasn't paved in a day. Questo è l'insieme di due proverbi. The road to hell was paved with good intentions, and Rome wasn't built in a day. Quindi i due proverbi erano: la strada dell'inferno era pavimentata di buone intenzioni e Roma non è stata costruita in un giorno. Mettendoli insieme, the road to hell wasn't paved in a day means that stop, you're still in time to stop, because to go to hell, you need to continue make mistakes. So you have made a mistake, but the road to hell wasn't paved in a day. So you're still in time to stop. That's the idea. Half of one, 6 dozens of another. La cosa originale era 6 of one, half a dozen of another, che era la stessa cosa, 6 di uno, mezza dozzina di un altro, che è equivalente lo stesso. Invece facendo diventare half of one, 6 dozens of another, è quello che noi diciamo prendere lucciole per lanterne, cioè metà di uno e mezza dozzina di un altro, capite che non è più la stessa cosa, è prendere lucciole per lanterne. Burning the midnight oil at both ends comes from burning the midnight oil, che vuol dire stare su fino a tardi, bruciare l'olio della mezzanotte, bruciare l'olio fino alla mezzanotte, quindi stare su fino a ore piccole, fino a tardi, e burning the candles at both ends, e bruciare le candele da entrambe le parti. Cosa succede? Che bruciano molto più velocemente, capito? E burning the midnight oil at both ends vuol dire lavorare tanto fino a tardi, ma senza concludere niente, perché non sprecando energie. Ok, questa è l'idea. Poi ci sono i Zogma. She broke his car and his heart. Gli ha rotto la macchina e spezzato il cuore. I lost my keys and my temper. Ho perso le chiavi e la pazienza. Di solito è quando si mette insieme qualcosa di molto fisico e una sensazione. Mr. Pickwick took his hat and his sleeve. Si prese il cappello e se ne andò. My teeth and the bishoes are bared, diceva il coso del Re Leone. Sono ben in vista, sono spoglie nel senso di ben in vista, ben individuabili i miei denti e le mie ambizioni. They covered themselves with dust and glory. Si coprirono con polvere e gloria, si coprirono di gloria e di polvere. E così via. Poi ci sono una serie di altri idioms. Ce ne sono tantissimi, ma mi sono stufata, facciamo qualcosa insieme perché sennò vi addormentate e avete ragione. Io poi ve li mando. I'm going to send all of them to you. They are very, very nice. Some of them are very nice. But let's do something funny. Okay. This Proverbs quiz. Do you want to work in groups and try to solve it? Or because you didn't talk much today, so I want you to talk a little bit. Shall I divide in groups? And you know what? You could invent a dialogue or a story only using proverbs and idioms. What do you think about it? And then the group who used, sorry. Oh, somebody running. Sorry. And then the group who used the greatest number of proverbs wins. What do you think?
Maria Pia, sorry, I wrote it before. In a few minutes, I have to go because I have another school meeting.
Yes, don't worry, don't worry. If you have to go, you go, don't worry. What do you think, Ju? Would you like to try that?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so wait a second. Ah, però non ce l'avete l'elenco. Shall I send it to you by email or on WhatsApp? On the WhatsApp group?
You have already sent us.
Have I already sent you this? Oh, good, good.
Yes, the proverbs and.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so you can, yes. Wait a second. How can
and if you like, I even made the homework and I translate a very short tale, I think from Aesop.
Fantastic!
And, the game was to identify the proverb connected to the tale.
Fantastic!
But maybe
yes.
at the end.
No, please now. Just a second. Yeah, you tell the others. I'm listening.
Okay. I'm not sure how, if I can to show you the text. I don't know.
Cristina, sorry, guarda il homework.
No, I decided, you know, at the end of the lesson last time, she said if you wanted to create a dialogue or if you wanted to write down a story. And I tried to invent a story, but I hadn't any imagination. So I have chosen a tale from Aesop, but some that not very common, you know. And then I matched with some of the proverbs that she gave us.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Is it possible if I, may I
yes,
share,
share the screen? Just a
with
second. Okay, here you are. You should be able to share the screen now. And then somebody made a nice game on words wall about the phrasal verbs we did last time as well, which is also very nice to see. Yes. Why didn't you tell me I had already told you the proverbs last time? Perché non mi avete detto che avevo detto già i proverbi la volta scorsa?
Can you see?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Can you read it?
Okay, if you want. Once upon a time, there was a man who owned a donkey and a horse. And, you know, I translated it, so maybe they can...
Don't worry, it's okay.
Sure. One day they were traveling along the road and the donkey was very tired because a heavy weight was loaded on its back. That's why the donkey asked the horse, "Please take some of my weight if you don't want to see me die." But the other animal didn't want to help him in any way. The donkey, exhausted, expired or went out. Died, okay.
Io direi semplicemente died.
Then the owner transferred onto the horse's back the whole load and even the donkey's skin. The horse then, weeping, exclaimed, "Poor me, such unfortunate! Whatever happened to me, miserable me? For having refused some of that weight, I am now forced to carry it all, plus the skin of a donkey." And this tale shows that in life, the big ones and the small ones have to help each other if they wanted to be saved.
Exactly.
So this is my translation. And now the game is to match...
yes, the right proverb. Yes.
A proverb that can be suitable, you know, with the
can match with the story.
Can match, yes.
With the story, yes.
And summarize the meaning of the tale.
Yes.
Very many. I found many proverbs that can be suitable with it.
Oh, there are a few people going. Bye, bye-bye. Grazie, Emanuela. Okay. Yes. So, any idea what proverb can match this story?
Okay, I can show you what I have found, you know, and you can tell me if they are
we agree
or not. Okay.
If we agree with you.
So the first one, a stitch in time saves 9. Fix the problem now because it will get worse later.
Later, exactly.
So if he accepted in the past, maybe.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
the consequence
you're right.
Will be fine.
Teaching time saves 9. Right.
And the most common, a friend in need is a friend indeed. And so
I wanted to say that, but then I wasn't sure. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
So donkey and horse. The horse wasn't a friend.
Wasn't very friendly, no.
Yeah. Some are wise and some are otherwise.
Otherwise, exactly.
All that glitters is not gold, because I thought that the horse is such a nice animal because it's got a nice appearance, but sometimes in this tale it is not
very kind. Yes. Okay.
United we stand,
divided we fall. Exactly. That's the best one, in my opinion.
And get a taste of your own,
with the story.
Of your own medicine.
Get a taste of your own medicine, right.
To get treated the way you've been treating others. So think what you do in your life.
Get a taste of your own medicine.
And
okay, some are wise and some are otherwise.
Yes,
you're right. Good, a very nice story. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Yes.
But I don't know how to stop. Okay. Now.
Okay. Right. So, as for me, I had prepared, proverb quiz if you want to. Do you want to try the quiz? Or I also had prepared some images. For example, what about this one? A bird in hand.
Better one bird in hand than 2 in the bush.
Is worth 2 in the bush. Yes. What about this one? I can't hear you, Nicoletta.
A leopard cannot change its spots.
Yes, a leopard cannot change its spots. Non può diventare così, no? What about this one?
Storm.
A calm sea. This is a roughy sea. A calm sea never made a skillful sailor. You have to learn to sail on troubled waters to become skillful. What about this one?
Make the hay. I can't remember.
Why the sun shines?
The sun shines, because then it rains and you cannot make hay anymore. What about this one? To be between
the devil and
the devil and the sea. What sea? What kind of sea?
Deep blue
The
sea.
deep sea, the deep
deep
The
sea.
deep sea.
To be between the devil and the deep sea. What about this one? It looks goldish, but
Is not all that glitters is gold.
exactly, not all that glitters is gold. What about this one?
Don't
throw the baby.
the baby with the
Bath water.
Exactly. Don't throw out the baby with the bath water. Then I have written a few proverbs, but there are some words missing. Would you like to try and complete them?
Make
Yes, please.
high while the sun shines.
Exactly. Make hay while
Hay.
the sun shines. Shall I write it? Make hay while the sun shines. What about this one?
Words hurt
hurt
more than
words.
Words hurt more than swords. What about this one?
One may think.
One may think.
Think. Why?
What?
What dares not speak.
Exactly. What about this one?
He
who
plays
plays
the viper.
viper calls the tune.
The tune.
Exactly. Calls the tune. What about this one?
don't throw
The baby.
the baby out.
Don't throw
with
out the baby with the
bath
Baby out.
bath water.
With bath water.
Yes. Right. What about this one?
Some are wise and some are otherwise.
Otherwise.
Exactly. Then siete troppo veloci per me. What about this one?
The darkest hour is the one before dawn. The hour
Is the one
before dawn.
is that forse era, scusate, is that before dawn.
Practice makes perfect.
Perfect.
Practice makes perfect. Yes.
Praise. Praise a fair day.
Exactly. Praise a fair day at night. Right.
A fool and his money are
soon parted.
Parted.
Yes, parted. Sono subito separati, nel senso che uno scemo perde subito i suoi soldi.
Well begun is half
Is
done.
half done.
Well begun
Is
is
half
half done. Right.
time and tide.
tide. Mhm. Wait for no man.
Man.
Wait for no man.
Exactly. Beh, questo è facile.
Time is money.
Questa è
Easy come, easy go.
Exactly.
never too old to learn.
Exactly.
There's another day.
Yes, tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow is another
Does
day.
this come from the film, or did it exist before the film?
Sorry?
Okay, tomorrow is another day is the final sentence of a very famous
Sentence
film.
of a gun with the wind, yes.
Yes, but did
it exist before?
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
it's
okay.
older than the movie. The movie is quite a new one. Yeah.
One step at a time. Well,
One
one
step
step at a
One step
time.
at a time. Eat to live, not
ho
live
sbagliato.
to eat.
Questo doveva essere azzurra, vabbè, lo stesso. Eat to live.
Not live to eat.
Mhm.
Exactly.
There's no place like home.
Exactly.
It's like a home, sweet home.
Home sweet home. Exactly.
I don't know after this period.
You're right. Home. The same old home. I'm tired. Okay,
Any
so
port in a storm.
So
any
not sweet anymore. No.
sorry?
Not sweet, the home anymore.
No, you're right. Home, sour home. Sour amara.
Yeah.
Any port in a storm. Ok, arrivato a questo punto, guarda, mi va bene tutto. Any port in a storm. Questa è l'idea.
Slow.
Sì, slow but sure.
Sure.
Mhm.
The more you get, the more you
The more you get, the more you want.
want. The tree is known by its fruit.
Yes.
The company makes
The
Yes.
company makes
The company makes the feast.
the feast.
Ok? A volte magari quando si va da qualche parte e uno dice sorry, I haven't got much to eat. It's okay, the company makes the feast. We are in good company, that's what counts. Siamo in buona compagnia, è questo che conta. Se c'è da mangiare, se non c'è da mangiare, chi se ne frega. The company makes the feast.
History repeats itself.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Basta, facciamo qualcos'altro. Questi sono da finire. Ah no, these are also funny. Okay, let's try this one.
Yeah, I was thinking that eat to live and not live to eat. It works really good like abroad, but I'm not sure about in Italy, do you know?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, can you complete these English proverbs? Okay, the
Pen.
ok, c'è la scelta pen,
The
gun or
word.
hand. The
The
pen
pen.
is
The pen.
mightier than the sword. Beh, c'è incantato. E niente, should go on, but it's not going on. It got stuck. Okay, let's try again. Uh-oh.
Would you like if I share the word wall?
Yes, let's share the word word. You're right. Wait. Okay. Here it is. This is about the phrasal verbs we studied last time. And
well, I did my homework too.
Yes, well done. It's very funny. So, shall I do it or do you want to do it? Faccio io? Vuoi fare tu?
Well, if you share, you do, or if you want to, we could give the link and they.
Okay. Do you want to do it by yourselves, or do you prefer to do it all together?
If we do together, you can do because you are
okay,
sharing.
Let's do it all
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay, but I wait for your suggestions before writing. She cracked up at her sister's silly face. Picture A, B, C, or D?
D.
D, like this one?
Yes.
Well done. His wife's mood freaked him out.
C.
C.
C. Do you want to read it, Nicoletta?
He lit up when she arrived.
B.
B.
He always takes out on hair.
A. Is it A?
He always takes out on her.
A.
Yes. Se la prende sempre con lei, poverina.
Yeah.
She teared up when he lit up.
A.
Eh?
A.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's always told off for something.
Like
my dog.
A.
Could be. This is a woman, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Could be, but personally, this is more evident that she is telling it off. Questo è più evidente con
I chose his because if I had put it was
too easy.
He's a pet, so
yes,
I know he's a man.
Yes, exactly. Could be treated like a person of the family, a member of the family.
He was taken aback by the news.
A.
Right.
Can we get by on these empty schools?
Come on.
B? Is it B?
Yes, B, è troppo bella la B. Sembra proprio questa insegnante disperata. Can we get by on these empty schools? È troppo bella.
I came up with a solution.
A.
B.
Ah, no, B.
B.
She's going through the longest 5 minutes of her life.
B.
B.
Yes.
Or maybe D.
Right, exactly. Do you want to do it in a different way? For example, like a maze?
Ah.
Can we get on? Can we get by on these empty schools? So this one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da.
Well, I think Wordwall is
Fantastic.
fantastic. Wonderful.
I could
wonderful.
spend hours. I could spend hours.
Yeah.
He was taken aback by the news. This one, isn't it? But no. Oh my God. Oh no. I don't want to be eaten. Right. No, cosa fai? It's not easy, you know. He was taken aback by the news. Ah, non era quella allora. Ah,
No.
he was taken aback by the news. Oh, this one. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
At the bottom.
No, sorry. Okay, so you can do it in many different ways. Let's try this one.
Game quiz too is nice.
Which one would you like? Say a
Number
number.
8.
8. He's always told off for something. Poor little doggy dog. What number?
4.
He was taken aback by the news.
A.
What number, Anna Chiara?
2.
She cracked up at her sister's silly face.
D.
B.
No, D like Domodossola, even in English. Okay.
What number? Who's with me? Sandra, what number do you want? Monica.
7.
I came up with a solution.
B.
Yes. What number do you want, Tiziana?
No, I'm not. I'm just. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm very, very tired today. I'm just.
Okay, don't
listening.
worry. What number do you want, Sandra?
Number 5.
His wife's mood freaked him out.
C.
Maria Pia, but are you going to send us the? Because I'm taking pictures in order to remind. But are you going to?
Yes,
send
I
us
will
also
send everything. I will send you everything. Don't worry. Don't
for the
worry.
wall, something like this. Okay.
Yes, this great job was made by Nicoletta. Thank you, Nicoletta.
Thank you.
Very funny. Christina, what number do you want?
Number 10.
He always takes out on her.
A.
What number do you want, Monica? Okay, Emanuele, 1.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
She teared up when he lit up.
A.
What number do you want? Whose turn is it? A chi tocca? Monica?
Maybe, I don't know. Number 9.
Yes. He lit up when she arrived.
C.
See?
C.
This one?
Yeah. Wrong one.
What number do you want? Whose turn is it? Chi tocca? Chi che non ha ancora fatto? Anna Chiara.
6.
Vabbè, okay. Oh no, ci ha fatto morire. Oh, time's over. 7 out of 10. Oh. Okay, and then you can play it in an even different way. You can play it in many other ways. So thank you, Nicoletta.
Well, it's funny, something funny. Well, it's funny, but it's useful because I remember, and well, exactly. I'm using it a lot with because I am a support teacher now, and I usually do these games with my student, and it's for the inclusion of the others, because the others, and I put in classroom and they revise something, and well.
I'm sure it's a good way to teach them, because it's involving, you know, especially the mood looking for yes. It's not easy, you know. Maybe it's easy for them. It's not easy for me. But yes. So, okay, so we still have 8 minutes left. What would you like to do? Would you like to go on with the Proverbs? Or would you like to, I don't know. There's another one here. Do you want to try this one?
Yes.
Uh-oh, non me lo dà. Yes, but Proverbs are very, very used, are used a lot, very much used, are used a lot, and they're funny, and perché non me lo prendo? Ah, forse ho solo bisogno di tempo. 84% of adults can't pass this proverb quiz. Oh, can you? Let's try.
This is a challenge.
It's a challenge. I love challenges. Let's play. Okay, 2 wrongs don't make a
right.
A right, exactly. Okay. Then the pen is mightier than the
sword. What was it? Sword. Sword.
Yes. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Exactly. Birds
of feather flock together.
Yes. till the cat comes. When the going gets tough, get good. Yes. When the going gets tough, the tough get good.
It's misspelled.
Quando il gioco si fa duro, i duri iniziano a giocare. Questa è l'idea. Come
It's
guess?
misspelled.
Ah, sorry, yes, you're right. Sorry. There's no such a thing as a free... Allora, sono incerta, Fabio. Lunch or ride? As a free lunch, as a free ride. Proviamo lunch. Ah, vedi che vanno bene tutte e due. As a free lunch or as a free ride. Non c'è niente che viene gratis fondamentalmente. There's no such thing as a free lunch or as a free ride. C'è sempre un costo nascosto. E is worth 1,000 words. Picture? Picture forse. A picture? Yes. Yes. Hope for the, but prepare for the worst.
The best.
Yes. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Spera nel bene, ma preparati per la
peggio.
Better.
Better something?
Now than never.
C'è anche in italiano.
Better one?
Better now than never.
Better late.
Late.
Than never.
Late.
Better later than never.
Never.
Meglio tardi che mai.
Mai.
Yes.
If it ain't, don't fix it. If it ain't,
If it ain't fight, don't fix it. No.
If it ain't, sorry?
Not fight, manage.
No, l'idea è if it isn't, ain't sta per isn't, if it isn't, ma broken, giusto, non fasciarti la testa prima di essertela rotta, questa è l'idea. If it, yes, if it ain't broken,
don't fix it.
Sì, è una maniera molto colloquiale, vabbè. The early
worm.
No, the early bird
catches
the worm. Keep your
friend close and your enemies
closer. Tienti vicini gli amici e ancora più vicini i nemici. People who live in glass should not have stones.
House, maybe. Houses.
Yes. No man is an
island.
No man is an island. There's no place like
home.
Home.
Yes. Can't be choosers. Ah, sì, beggars. Yes, beggars can't be choosers. Sì, chi è senza soldi non ha tanta scelta, insomma.
Yeah.
The squeaky wheel gets...
What is a squeaky?
Well, if I...
Okay.
That's the squeaky wheel.
The oil. I don't know.
Yes, I think the oil. O the grease.
The grease.
Sì, è vero. Beh, però, vabbè, volevo vedere esattamente il significato comunque. Nel senso, secondo me il significato era chi fa più rumore ottiene di più, fondamentalmente. Discretion is the
best
part. No.
No.
The important.
Greatest.
No.
Most. No. largest, no. Discretion is the, I don't know, I give up. Ah, better.
Not best.
Better, infatti, non best, giusto che scemi. Discretion is the better past value. Vabbè. Ah, finito. Show me my results. Beh, una solo non abbiamo sbagliata. Oh, no image, show me results. 17 out of 18.
Good.
Thank you. You should be very proud of yourself. Thumbs up. Ok.
Good.
Però c'è solo questo sui proverbi. Peccato. Right. Oh, it's already 7:30. Uh-oh. Okay, so I will send you everything. Thank you, Nicoletta, for your game. I liked it a lot.
You're welcome.
And if somebody else wants to make something similar, I would be very happy. And yes, so please try the, what was it? The one on, on reported speech, because I want to know the, the answers, the correct answers.
Okay.
So please tell me.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, Tizia.
Thank you.
Get
Bye
better.
bye. Bye bye.
Get
Bye.
better
Thank
soon,
you.
See you
Tizia.
next lesson. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Maria
Thank
Pia.
you.
Thanks for everything.